Welcome to the Biz Bash podcast, where we make biz strategy a piece of cake. I'm Elisabeth.
And I'm Cami, but you might know us better as Elisabeth and Calligraphy and Cami Monet. We want to help you, our fellow stationers, artists, and calligraphers, confidently build a profitable and personality-driven creative biz.
We're here to share our honest-to-goodness advice and actionable strategies for ambitious artists.
So put on your party hat, quit being a procrastinator gator, and let's get this party started.
Hey friends, it is Elisabeth here, jumping in real quick to give you some updates for Black Friday sales that are happening this week. We have a bunch of incredible resources on sale for you guys, so I want to go through them real quick so you understand exactly what's happening and when they will be on sale. First things first, it will be 4 full days, starting on Friday, November 25th, so officially Black Friday, and running through Cyber Monday, November 28th. So 4 full days for you guys to take advantage of this. If you're on our email list, you will also be getting an email every day reminding you that this is happening. But I know that email inboxes are completely flooded, especially this week of the year, which is why I am giving you guys this announcement right now so that you know that it is happening. Not to mention the Instagram algorithm is completely out of whack. So as much as we post there, we're kind of afraid you guys wouldn't see it there either. So anyways, let me go ahead and talk about the discounts that we are offering this year. First up is Business Sense for Creatives. This will be 50% off with the discount automatically applied at checkout, and this product is retiring at the end of the year. Even though it is 4 years old, I still think that there are amazing business principles in there, and that's kind of like Cami and I's start to Biz Birthday Bash, pretty much our original resource that we have been offering, which is why it is time to retire it and why it is marked down so much. So you can get that for 50% off. Next up is the custom stationery contract and the USPS mailing agreement. Those are the 2 contract templates that we have in our shop, and they will both be 25% off. The discount for those is also automatically applied at checkout. So for these resources that you can buy in our shop on our website, it might be confusing at first glance because they're not going to be marked for sale or anything like that. Squarespace is kind of weird with how they set this up. But once you add it to your cart and you go to the checkout, the discount will be applied. So don't panic when you're buying these resources, wondering why they're not marked down until you actually get to that step in your cart. Okay, last thing to talk about real quick is that we will have a $30 off coupon code for the A to Z directory, and this applies to your first year of membership. The code is BFriday22. That's capital B Friday, all caps, number 22 at checkout. Once again, that's $30 off your first year. So if you continue to automatically renew every year, it will be $147 going forward after that. Here's why this year is extra important, though, if you have been wanting to get into the A to Z directory for a long time and have been waiting to do it. The price of the membership is going to be going up in the new year. We are updating our website completely, our brand look completely, the membership experience. We are adding so many more amazing new things to the membership that it was time for us to basically put a price increase into place, essentially. Don't panic if you are a member with us and have been for a long time. Your pricing is not changing. And so that goes back to the people that got the early bird pricing when we first launched it, our founding members. None of the pricing for any of you that have joined so far is changing. You are grandfathered in. Through the end of 2022, you can continue to be grandfathered into the $147 per year rate. And then once the price goes up, that will only affect new people that are joining in 2023. So anyways, all that to say, get in this year while you can and use this $30 off coupon code that I shared with you guys to save $30 on your first year and then have a lower renewal rate when it comes around again next year. So once again, that code is all caps, B Friday number 22. And you can use that at checkout to save $30 off your first year of the A to Z directory. All right. I think I covered everything. Enjoy the Q and Cake episode today. This is a replay that Cami and I have recorded in the past, but we answer so many questions all the time. I know that you guys will probably get something out of it. All right. Enjoy. Hey, everyone. We are a hot mess over here. This is the third episode that we are recording on the day that Cami found out the gender of her baby. So it's been one big party.
I'm freaking out.
She's still freaking out, and you guys have gotten to live it for multiple weeks now because of when these episodes come out, and just cracking me up because it was like the intervention episode, the DIY photography episode, and now this Q and Cake are all recorded on the same day. So Cami is totally on cloud 9. She just wants to go shop for baby clothes right now, but we are going to answer some of your questions.
The thing that I do for you people. I'm just kidding. I love you guys.
Oh, it's very cute. It's very cute. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and knock these out so that Cami can be excused to go run errands. The first question is from Sky Rocky. We pulled some old ones again, by the way, from 2019. So this is an old one. And she asked, how do you stay quote unquote relevant? The two of you have such beautiful work. So this isn't really a question about the two of you specifically, just kind of a tip to us newbies out there. But I feel like I can look up hashtag calligraphy or hashtag wood signs and find so many accounts and calligraphers that are all amazing. So I guess my question is more focused around how do you stay competitive? So staying competitive and staying relevant, I don't know, like kind of sort of the same.
Yeah. So I think one of the big things with staying relevant, and it's just always coming up with something new. I think you just always got to be on like the forefront of like thinking ahead and coming out with either a new product, new collection, new something, just like a new way of reusing your product or just something new. Just like always keeping your audience like, what is she going to do next? Like, I feel like that is like what helps you stay relevant is just, and you're just like, what are they doing this now? Like I think of like Rifle Paper Co with this, bless them. They are amazing, obviously. But every time, like once a month, I swear I get an email and it's like, guess what we have now? We have umbrellas. And I'm like, what? How did you come up with that? And then like the next month it'll be like, and now we have these other like little iPhone case things. And you're like, what? That's great. Like they just keep coming out with all kinds of fun new stuff. And even though it's not necessarily new designs, it's a new product, it's a new way of using that artwork. So there's always having something new because especially in like the wholesale world, retailers are always like, what's new? What do you have that's new? When's the next new thing launching? And like, they love that. So that is huge for staying relevant and staying top of mind. It's just like always having something coming out. So you can always be promoting a launch or be promoting something you're working on or just having that like energy too, because that enthusiasm is going to carry you so much and staying relevant and staying competitive. So along those same lines, like I was talking about with the enthusiasm, that energy has to like kind of be there with your shop and keeping it like at a nice, steady, consistent level is going to be really, really helpful to stay relevant. Like if you're just like, oh, I'll just post a ton and then for like a month not saying anything, it's going to be harder to like get back in the game. So you kind of have to keep that consistency going.
Yeah, exactly. And Cami, I just texted you a new product. It's a new product from Rifle Paper Co. because I was like, oh, she brought it up. I'm just going to go see what's new. Oh my gosh. Everything is so cute.
And that is old artwork. That little cat thing has been around for a long time and now it's just on a pillow. So,
yep.
Like it's just another way of utilizing the thing. But yeah, there are so many amazing people out there. And that's like another thing too, with like figuring out the way your own style. I cannot like tell you how many times we've talked about like, do your own thing. But like, seriously, that is the moneymaker is like doing something different than everyone else because beautiful calligraphy can be used in millions of ways. And when you figure out like your way of using beautiful calligraphy or your spin on doing a beautiful wood sign, like that's where you're going to like really start to stand out from the pack.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I totally agree. So I know that also sounds overwhelming for a lot of people who are probably brand new to this, Cami, to like always create something new. Yeah. So is there another way that we can kind of frame this for people who maybe aren't there yet or don't have those resources yet, just kind of within the concept of staying relevant, I guess? Because I think that you need to be producing creative and fun things, but there doesn't have to be like a new thing like every month, I guess.
No, you don't have to have a new thing every month. Like
My new is basically probably like 3 or 4 times a year is when I try to do something new. Like I might do little bits and pieces here and there, but I feel like doing like a new like collection 2 times a year. Like you could probably do a collection twice a year, maybe even once a year. But just having something that you're always kind of working toward and pushing forward on. And that too, like with staying relevant, it can also just be like, even if you're not putting out new products, it could be like just exploring stuff for yourself too, as well. You know what I mean? Like, so just keeping that creative spark alive where you're like, oh, like, okay, so someone I'm thinking of specifically for this is Sarah summed it up.
Yeah, right.
So Sarah always is like coming up with like crazy Halloween costumes or just like random stuff. And always just like you always are on that journey with her. And I feel like even if she's not putting out product, like she's still top of mind because she's always doing something ridiculous and crazy. And that's not like you have to do anything ridiculous and crazy, but I think bringing your audience along with the journey of your creative process is really important to helping you stay relevant as well. Like you could be like, yeah, I'm in a rut right now, but sharing that can be helpful to kind of like stay competitive. So even though it can feel counterproductive to be like, well, I'm just not like in the zone, like that's still part of the creative process and part of your journey and part of your story. So it's important to share those things.
Yeah, I completely agree. And also, Cami, I'm curious too, because like Rifle Paper Co. has so much stuff now. Like, where do they even ship all of that out of? There's
actually a warehouse really close to our house.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's all there, but there is like a huge warehouse. Because like when I order shoes, I'm like, should I just go get them from over there?
Right.
So I don't know. I would love to like know more behind the scenes of Rifle because it's just like crazy.
I know. It is so cool. They have like more than 150 employees now.
Yeah, it is crazy. I love like going over to the shop and then just like peeking behind like they have like their little offices behind their like little brick and mortar right there. And I'm always like peeking in like what are these people doing in there?
Yeah, right?
Always, yeah.
So curious. And more than 1 million followers on Instagram. And it is so cool because I feel like I've just kind of like watched them since they were first around. I feel like that anyways. So
yeah. Annabon's parents go to my church.
So
well, that's maybe one day she'll come and I can like be really excited. I know you got to meet her. She does little random meet and greets around town sometimes,
and she's still our like gold star guest that we want to get on.
I know. So maybe if I meet her parents, just, win over the parental units and then be like, you know what? You should connect me with your daughter.
Oh my gosh. They probably get it like all the time. But then again, it's like such a niche, it's kind of like a niche world in some senses,
Like I'm like 2 miles down the road from Rifle Paper Co. Okay? I'm competition now.
Yeah, it is actually kind of crazy.
Me. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But it is kind of funny though.
Gosh, yeah, I know. I'm just like scrolling their feed and it's like so beautiful. Oh, other thing to like stay inspired, like don't look at people who are a zillion years ahead of you because that'll crush your soul real quick. So
yeah, for sure.
Hey guys, we just wanted to hop in and talk about one of our amazing resources, the A to Z directory. All of us have thought at some point, how did she do that or how did she make that? And maybe you don't know where to start or how the heck to produce this amazing product you've dreamt up.
Well, the A to Z directory is the missing puzzle piece in your biz, you guys, seriously. So it's built in the form of a yearly membership, and it's your one-stop shop for finding suppliers and vendors for all the things. Literally where to print everything from custom invitations, greeting cards, mugs, koozies, acrylic printing, letterpress, custom ribbon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it literally goes from A to Z. From acrylic printers to zipper pouches, we have it in the A to Z directory.
We want to help all of you search less and create more with this list of 300 plus vendors and suppliers. Don't worry, they're very organized. It's not going to be overwhelming and confusing when you join. And this membership also includes access to a private Facebook community. It's incredibly active and involved. And if you need a question answered fast, that is definitely the place to go.
Yeah, our Facebook group really is the best. You guys, everyone is so helpful in there. And we're in there too, answering questions you guys might have. So it's a great way to get access to us and ask us things without sliding into our DMs. So we're more likely to answer you in the Facebook group, just saying. Anyway, also in the Facebook group, this is new for 2020 and we're really excited about it. We are hosting monthly Power Hour Q&A sessions that are live, and these are only available to our A to Z directory members. So you can hop in with us live and ask us all your burning questions in real time and just hang out with us every month. And we do these at different times so you can actually be there live, and the replays are always available in the Facebook group for members.
This resource is priced at $147 a year, which honestly is extremely affordable and is full of so many benefits, such as exclusive vendor coupons for members only. And we would love to have you guys join. Seriously, it's kind of like our family and our tribe. So visit bizbirthdaybash.com/directory to sign up today and use coupon code podcast2020 to receive $20 off your first year. That's podcast, all caps, 2020 for $20 off your first year.
We can't wait to see you in the Facebook group.
Moving on to the next question. Why don't you read this one, Cami?
Okay. Hello. This is from Sophie Ruse. Is it Sophie?
She's part of a directory, by the way.
I recognize her name. She says, "Hi, I'm a watercolor artist and I'm ready to jump into making my own invitations using my work. I've designed my first wedding suite, just a simple invitation, RSVP, and save the date, all examples. And I want to get my work printed for examples, but I also establish a relationship with a printing place. So if I do hopefully get orders, I know right where to go. I'm wondering, do you have established relationships with printing companies? Do you find that most brides just want a digital download, or you to provide the printed invitation for them? Where do you get this kind of printing done, if so?" Elizabeth, this has like 18 questions.
It's all like under one question. Just keep going, though.
Printing place? A very fine printing place, or a place like Office Max /Kinko's? No. Or do you buy nice paper and print yourself? Just not sure how to get down with making my product real in my hands. Thanks for your advice. I think she's figured it out by now. But
I love this question. I love this question because Sophie is part of our A to Z directory now. And like, I hope she feels like I'm not throwing her under the bus, because I pulled this question from her from like 2 years ago. And she's probably like, "Oh, guys, like I have this figured out by now. Like I'm in the directory. I know where to get things." But it never hurts to like take a little step back to remind all of ourselves that like 2 years ago, we all knew less of what we were doing, right?
I could have asked the same question like 6 years ago or whatever, however long.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically, the brief answer is like definitely not Office Max and Kinko's, y'all. For all of you who are getting started out there and kind of wondering exactly the same thing that Sophie was 2 years ago, definitely not those are like, I kind of think of as like business centers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like office supply stores, basically. Yeah.
Anything with the word office in it is probably not going to be the best place to go. Like, that's a good rule of thumb.
Yes, exactly. And it's also fun looking at this question because I think this was asked so early in 2019 that we actually hadn't launched the A to Z directory yet. But like the best answer to this question is the A to Z directory. Like if you're in a place with your business where you have no idea where you're going to get things printed and where you're going to go, then that's the right place to start. And that is on our website at bizbirthdaybash.com. It's under our resources tab. But we have both developed really good, long-lasting relationships with different printing companies that we use. I would say both of us have, right, Cami?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Because I mean, I've worked with the same printing companies for a long time. And then any new ones, I love having those relationships because like you can call them and ask them questions. They're willing to work with you on things. They see the growth of your business. Like I love being able to like just email the printer and be like, "Hey, I was kind of thinking this. Is this even doable?" And they get right back to me because I like know who I am. Like I think it's good that they know who you are, you know, like to make yourself known and just like, even just like reaching out and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to use your services. Like what kind of things do you offer?" Or, like picking up the phone and calling them. Like I talk about the table runner guy, but I love this guy. He is so corny and funny. And like talking to him on the phone is great. And like all the other folks of different places I work with, they're like, "Wow, your business is like tripled. Like how much you're ordering now." I'm like, "I know." And they'll like send emails about it. And it's just like fun to have those, like that camaraderie too. And just like knowing that you're working with like good people, because that's just fun too. So, and having those relationships also helps you build your business so you can have those those brainstorming ideas and be like, what if we did this? Can you guys do that? And if they can't, they could direct you to someone who can. So it just opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah, it opens up so many doors. And I'm actually like scrolling through Sophie's Instagram right now because all of her stuff is so cute. Sophie, I love all of your artwork.
So far, Sophie.
I know, right? I know.
Really
it is really like crazy to think about, to be honest.
It is, because I mean, I had these exact same questions when I was like first starting out. I was like, where do I go? Like, how do I? And it's just amazing. Look at all of us. Pat on the back for everybody and all of our A to Z directory members who were just crushing the game.
Yes, I know. So get in there and join us, you guys. It is a party and we love on everybody and it is a good time. Okay, next question. Have you ever received complaints from clients being disheartened that their commission is being reproduced on other mediums, such as art prints, greeting cards, etc., even though it's mentioned in the contract they sign? How do you deal with this? And this is from Art by Valentine. And I think we've kind of sort of glossed over this before, Cami, but Cami will have a little more insight because she repurposes and reuses artwork a lot.
Yeah, I haven't had anyone being disheartened about their commission being reproduced, any artwork being reused. I'm glad it is in your contract, because that's one of the first tips I would have given is like, make sure in your contract it says like you own the rights to your artwork and like you can use it however you want, however you see fit in your business to further your business. Because that's super important to have that laid out explicitly there. But I haven't had any issues. I mean, again, if I did have issues, I would just point to the contract and be like, listen, you don't own this artwork. If you would like to be interested in purchasing it outright and it's yours forever, it's going to be like $10,000 or whatever. So that kind of gives you like that protection. But you could also like offer that as an example of like, here's how I'm willing to serve you, but you have to pay for it kind of thing. That's probably how I would deal with it if it did come up in the future. But I mean, if you have it in your contract, you're protected, and it might like suck because anything with like clients where they're just like not happy, it's just the worst. And you get that emotional thing involved in it. But I also try to be careful about the way I reproduce things. Like I wouldn't just like take someone's crest and like reproduce it for another client exactly or anything like that. But there might be like elements of like the same florals or something. So I try to be like respectful at that. Like if I did like something super custom, like a crest, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm just going to duplicate this for whoever else wants this exact one. But they're also personal anyway. It's like hard to do that. Except I did have that one bride who was like, I want this exact one. I was like, I can do one like super similar. And she was like so mad that she couldn't get the exact one. I was like,
I remember that. That was crazy.
Town and everything. I just can't. Like, I'm sorry. It'll be, and it was super similar, but I'm like, I'm not. And she was still like mad that it wasn't exactly the same. I'm like, why would you want the exact same anyway? It's just really weird. But just having it in your contract, and if you are willing to just completely sell that license outright where they get to own it and be like, that's fine, but you have to buy it from me. And it's just a little, kind of like got to stand your ground on that one.
Yep, I completely agree with that. To basically kindly outline the little section that you have written and to remind them that you are not in the wrong because you own the artwork and get to use it how you want. So
yes.
I do like Cami's idea though of like offering, like, if you want me to stop using it forever, you can pay me $10,000.
Yeah. I mean, I always am a very like, yes, we can absolutely do that. Here's how much it's going to cost. Like, that's like how I pretty much deal with any kind of client issue where they're like, this is what we wanted to do and we didn't do this. And I'll be like, oh, we can absolutely do that. No problem at all. If you'd like me to go ahead and add the next $5,000 to your invoice, just let me know. And they're usually like, never mind, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, yes, here's how much it'll be. Like, that's like the best way to just kind of like, you're like, oh, I hear you. That's totally fine. Here's how much it is. And it's not even like playing dumb, but it's just like being positive about it instead of like going into like defense mode kind of thing, but like giving them the option so they feel like they're in control, but really you're in control.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so last question, which is kind of for you, Cami, so I'll let you read it. This is our only question that is from 2021. The other ones I grabbed from 2019.
Great. Guys, ask some more questions for us. Hey ladies, big fan here. My question is for Cami, the product making queen. Oh my Lando, thank you so much. I know you sell a ton of wonderful brick-and-mortar stores. So I'm curious how you discovered the stores and built a business relationship with them. Thank you so much. And this is from Shelby at Broken Paddle Studio. Shelby, I love your work. Let's see. Well, I mean, I kind of started off just by making a list of boutiques that I like personally knew of. And I was like, well, I would love to sell it here. And like just stuff I knew around town or other towns. And when I'm on vacation, I'm always keeping my eyes peeled for little cute brick and mortar stores where I feel like I would be a good fit, and just kind of keeping that list going, or finding them on Instagram. Like if a boutique follows me, or if another maker says like, oh, my stuff's at this place now, I'll go check it out, follow them, try to make a relationship with them. But it's just more about like being observant all the time and trying to keep your eyes peeled for these little brick and mortar stores or big brick and mortar stores that are going to be a good fit. And I will say too, like, don't discount their Instagram or something if you feel like, that might not be the best fit. Because a lot of the ones that I wouldn't think would be the best fit end up being like some of my best customers, because you can't be there in person. So you can't see everything. Because I feel like sometimes brick and mortar stores are bad at like showing their whole store. So it's hard to get a feel of things, or they're like always do weird filters on products. And you're like, I can't tell what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And so just keeping that list. And then I started it off myself just emailing 10 stores a week. So I was like, I can email 10 stores a week. That's something I can do. And just like tell them about my brand and how to order from me. And like, I didn't even have that good of a line when I was doing that, but I was just trying to reach out and make those connections. And I got a handful of wholesale orders. And then once I started like really figuring out my line and making it really cohesive, I got a lot more response back to my emails, because people were like, oh, okay. So it kind of just starts to snowball, but really it is just putting in the groundwork of finding those stores, writing them down, and like keeping your eyes peeled. And
Yep.
And I mean, social media is a great place to just like stay observant, and like even asking your audience, like, what are your favorite brick and mortar stores in your town? Because that's a great way to kind of like crowdsource some of them as well. I also love looking at like other makers, and when they have like their stockist list, like you can go on my website and look at stockists and be like, well, I'm going to reach out to all of them too, because why not?
Yeah.
So
did you guys get that list updated, by the way?
I think it's been updated a couple months ago.
I'm going to go look.
Yeah. So I know it's hard to keep it up to date. It's like, but it just happens all so fast. So
I clicked wholesale, but I don't see a list.
I think it's at the bottom on the very bottom of in the footer. It's not like super prominent.
I clicked that, and it's just a link to Fair.
There's not stockist somewhere.
Stores
maybe.
There we go. That tripped me up.
I was like, I have no idea where it is.
Found it.
Oh god.
Okay. Oh, I know. I love taking a look at this every time.
Yeah, so it's like that's a great way to like go find some nice stockist.
Are you okay?
Well, sorry, I don't know what that noise was. I forgot we were recording. Sorry, everybody.
It just goes, oh.
Sorry, guys.
We're leaving that in because it was so funny. I forgot we were recording, she
really
says.
Did. I'm just making weird bodily noises. Oh, I am distracted today.
It's okay. I need some good laughter.
Okay.
It has been a week, and you guys just like pray for me. Pray by the time that this episode has come out that Will and I have been able to fix our like retaining wall and driveway situation. I'm really hoping by the time this episode comes out, which is in like another probably like month or so from what we're recording, that we've like made some progress on that front, because it's just like you gotta laugh or you gotta cry, like, to be honest. Like yes. I don't even like post photos of it on social because it's like so bad.
And that's why you just gotta laugh. And I'm here to be comedic relief by making weird noises. So it's fine. Oh God.
That made my day. Guys, all right. I don't think we're going to last much longer.
I know.
And we are not about wasting y'all's time. Cammie's going to go buy some baby clothes. She's got to go shopping. Her head is somewhere else at this time.
Actually, I got to go to the gym first, and then I'll do that.
And then you'll go shopping.
Yeah.
So we love all of you guys. You guys know the housekeeping deal. We're not going to do that today. So yeah, join the A to Z directory though. We love our membership in our group. That is the one thing I will say. And that is bizbirthdaybash.com/directory. And you can connect with us more there.
Yay. And I did answer that question, right? I was like, I just kind of like made a weird noise and it did. So
yeah, because you were basically like, go take a look at my list on my site. And then I was trying to find your list. And I think that's when your brain like left the room and you forgot that we were like actually recording stuff. But we're good, guys. It is going to be, we will tough it out for the rest of the year to get you guys episodes through the remainder of the year. So we've got this. We've got this.
Yes. All right. We love y'all. Thanks for sticking with us. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.